Hello, welcome to Around the House with Kay and Tom, and today we've got these two beautiful leg quarters right here, and you can see, I guess you can see, I don't know if you can see this or not, but they weigh a little over 2 pounds, 2.17 ounces, or 2 pound, a little over 2 pounds, okay? And so, of course, they're froze hard as a rock, but we got a solution for that. So let me get them cut open here and we'll get started with them. Okay, now I've got me a cup of this chicken broth. It's 33% less sodium in this measuring cup here. And I will put down in my Ninja FOODi Deluxe. And if you notice, I got my little wire rack down in there. Now a lot of people would just put that chicken right on down in the chicken broth or water. Now you can use water if you don't have any chicken broth, but and they'll just put it right on down there with it. But I just never have liked to do that. I like mine up out of the water or up out of the liquid as much as I can get it. And as you can see, it's hard to handle with it. With it froze hard as a rock like that, you got to play with it a little bit to get it to turn around here so I can get the lid on it. So, now, let me see if I can find my pressure lid. Now, as you saw, these are pretty good size leg quarters here, because they weigh a little bit over a pound apiece. And so, we'll go put the pressure lid on, line up your arrows, turn it clockwise till it locks, make sure it's in position. Back here, make sure you turn this valve to seal and not vent. Make sure it's turned over here on seal. Okay, and then you come back over here after you do that. Make sure you turn your valve to seal now, because if you don't, it's not going to work. And so then you turn on the power, and you turn your selector knob here till it comes over here to pressure, and it's on high, and it's on 10 minutes. Well, we don't want it on 10 minutes, so we hit the time button right there and it starts flashing. So we will come all the way down to 3 minutes. And I know you're saying that's not long enough to cook that chicken, and you're absolutely right. But we're going to let it get in there and pressure cook for 3 minutes, and hopefully that'll be long enough to thaw it up good enough where we can put some seasoning stuff on it. Because the way it's froze like that, you can't season it or anything. You know, because nothing won't stick to it to start with. So you need to have it thawed so you can get it out and turn it over and over and separate them and season them and all this stuff. So stay tuned and we'll be right back in a minute. While you got it, give us a thumbs up and join our channel. We sure appreciate it. And thank you very much to you folks that watches our videos. Okay, now it's been just a little bit over 13 minutes since we hit the start button, so this should be popping up in any second. I hope. Well, I'm getting hungry here. It's getting along about dinner time. You see the little button spinning around there. It wants to come up so bad it can't stand it. Something just keeps holding it back, but it'll be on in just a second now. You wait to see. And finally, there it comes. Now, it took 15 minutes for that thing to pop up. I guess it's just because that chicken is just froze so hard in there. It's just one big clump of ice. And so I guess that's why it took so long, because I only had a cup of chicken broth in there. So 15 minutes on that. Now, let's see how long it takes us for the our little lights to stop chasing each other down, and we'll get on with this little short cook here for it. And now that only took about 40 seconds for it to start. Now, let's go count down to our 3 minutes is up, and then we'll do something else and we'll be back. Okay, now we're down under 10 seconds on this cook here, so we're fixing to release the pressure here. Okay, that's done, so let's go start saying keep warm. If you want to just let something have a natural release, you can just let it sit there. But we're going to come over here. I'm going to hit this valve, and when I do, you can't hear me talk. So hit this valve, let the pressure out all at once. Okay, now it only took 1:22 for that pressure to release. Now, make sure when you turn this counterclockwise, you pick it up and turn it away from your face. Don't let that steam hit you in the face because it'll hurt if it does. So turn it counterclockwise, pick it straight up and away from your face, and it's full of water. Now you can sit there, take it over to the sink, turn it back right side up, and let the water drain out. Those chicken legs look pretty good. Let me see if I can get you so you can see them a little bit better. Yeah, so they're looking good. Nice looking legs. Now let's get them out of there. All right, now just pick it up like this. Lay it over there. Oh, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Get this other one. Lay it over here like that, or like that. Now see, now that they're thawed out like this, now you can start putting some seasoning and stuff on them, so we can put them back down there and air fry them and air crisp them, so they'll be nice and crispy and good when you get ready to eat them. So now let's move over here to the other side. Now I'm going to take this rack out of this pot. Set right on down over here for the time being. Now we'll take this pot with this liquid in it, and we'll dump it right here in this bowl so I can make something out of it in a few minutes. So that's some good juice right there now. Right, now we'll put this pot right back down in this FOODi DELUXE. Scoot this out of the way. And now we can get started with this chicken over here. Now I'm just going to pat these a little bit, get some of this excess water and chicken broth off of them here. And now we'll get my Evo oil sprayer here. I got olive oil in this, and we'll give them just a little spritz here. This is just so that the spices will stick to it better. Now I'm going to start out with this chicken and poultry rub by LAWRY'S. Open the right side of it here. Put on a pretty good amount, you know, don't be too stingy with it. Alright, now let me rub this in just a little bit. Now this is going to be the downside when I put it back in there. Let me get my hands off real good. Don't forget, everything's still going on. You need to wash your hands about every 5 or 10 minutes, you know. So don't forget to do that. Stay away from everybody and all that good stuff. So then we're going to put some of this LAWRY'S seasoning salt on here. Now I'm going to tell you what. Now this is a good combination. I don't know if you've ever tried it before, but if you haven't, you surely need to, because it is so good. Now I'm just going to go ahead and flip these over. Like that. Now we'll do the same thing to this side. Now before I rub it in, we'll go ahead and put salt on there, because I want to rub it in a little bit too. Unlike the other side that I didn't do. Right, now we'll rub this in a little bit. Like that. And pick it up and get the ends. pretty good. Get this one done. This chicken here is going to be so good you ain't going to be able to stand yourself. That's the bad part about Kay not being here when I do this, because sometimes I just disappear, you know. I mean, I don't know what happens. It just all gets gone. Alright, so now we're going to come back over here to this Ninja FOODi Deluxe. And we're going to put these right down here in it. Now don't forget, that pot is still hot. Now this basket's not hot because I haven't had any heat on it. But now that pot is still hot, so if you reach up there and touch it, it's your own fault. You know, you shouldn't do that. Alright, now we're getting close to making something good here now. Alright, now we're going to shut the lid. We're going to turn on the power. And we're going over here to air crisp. We'll leave it on 390. And we'll take the time, hit the time button and run it up to 22. Now we might have to add 2 minutes to this, but I don't think it'd be any more than that. So I'd say between 22 and 26, depending on your chicken quarters. And so hit the button, and now we'll be back in a few minutes and start testing some temperatures here. Now speaking about keeping hands and all clean, you know some of that chicken juice has got on this counter. So get you out some disinfectant of some kind and spray on here. Like that, and let it sit for a couple minutes. And then you can come back and wipe it off, and boy, it smells good. Now, see, I didn't even see all that stuff on that counter. Alright, now when you get finished cooking, you got a place to set your stuff again. Alright, they're coming up on 10 minutes now. Just for the heck of it, let's take a look over and see what they look like. Of course, you know they're nowhere near done. I just want to get a peek down in there. I'll tell you what, I know they're nowhere near done, but they sure are looking good, aren't they? That don't make you want dinner. I don't know what will. Let's just shut the door. It's even too early to take a temperature reading yet, but it won't be long. Alright, now we're coming up on 7 minutes here pretty quick. And I think I am going to go ahead and take a temperature reading because it's been in here for 15 minutes now. So, and by the way, I don't mention this very often, but everybody needs to get them one of these little pen thermometers or whatever they call them. I mean, they're really good. You know, I mean, now I've got just a cheap one. I didn't pay very much for this, but now you can get them on up in $30, $40, $50 if you want to pay that much for one. But this one seems to be doing pretty good. So we'll lift the lid. Get you over here so you can see down in here a little more. Oops, hit a bone. Can't hit a bone. It says up to 160. Now that's the smallest one though. Okay, now this one's still pretty cool down there in the middle. So we're going to shut that door and let it go some more here. That one only registered about 125, the largest one. So we'll let it come on down a little bit more. And if you didn't know, now chicken needs to be Google and people that do YouTube videos that I've noticed, most of them say 165 for chicken. I noticed if you buy a pack of frozen chicken from Costco, or not even frozen, but chicken from Costco's, it's got a thing on there that says 180. So I don't guess I'd ever make it under 165. But 180, that seems just a little bit, I think it'd be a little bit dried out for me. Now it might not be for you. So you use your own judgment on that. That's why you've got this thermometer over here, so you can check it out and get what you want out of it. Okay, now we're coming down on 1 minute here, and when it gets to 1 minute, I'm going to stop it and check the temperature. And if it's still not up to 165 or above, I'm going to go ahead and run up some more time on it. So let's take a look. All right, now the smallest one, I can take it out right now. Now the largest one, he's got about 15 more degrees to go. So I'm going to go ahead and run the time on up on this thing for about 4 or 5 more minutes. And this way, that one back there still won't be overcooked, but this one up here should be cooked good enough. And so now, easy way to do it is to shut the lid and hit your timer button here, and it'll start flashing. Okay, when it starts flashing, just run on up to 4 minutes, and we had almost a minute left on there, so well, just stop at 4 minutes. Well, I wanted 5, but that'll probably do it, but we'll see in a minute. Now, I know you're thinking, well, why didn't you turn this over? Well, I'm going to show you in the end why I don't turn it over. In this Ninja FOODi crisper basket here, the way the airflow is, I looked a while ago and the bottom is browner than the top is. So there's really no use in turning it over. Now, if you lay stuff down in there and it's completely covered the bottom where the airflow can't get through it, now then you need to turn stuff over. But when it's like this, I hardly ever turn anything over. Okay, now it's down for another minute now. So, all right, now it's all over 165 degrees, but under 180. So, now what's that make my total cook time? Let me see. 22 and plus 4. Let's say 5 minutes, I don't remember exactly. Okay, let's say 27 minutes for both of these. I mean, neither one of these are little bitty chicken legs. Now let's see if we can get them out of here. Oh geez, look at this. Now see what I mean about the bottom? Now see that's crisping up. You can't see that, but that's crisping up. There you go. Now that's crisping up just as much as this top over here is. See? Now that's a good looking chicken leg right here. Now, let's get this other buddy out right here. And see what I mean? Now this is the dark side. Now I never turned these over. That's just the airflow in this Ninja FOODi Deluxe crisper basket. Sometimes I think I should turn them over so this side will look as pretty as the other side. You know, so now let's do something else over here. Now Kay loves this Smithfield chicken and barbecue sauce here. And it is good. And we don't have much more than this right here left, so I see a future, a trip to North Carolina in my near future here. But just make sure it's mixed up a little bit. Pour it right on here like this. Now this is vinegar base. Now that's not for everybody. Now that's going to be good. Now, I wish you could smell this. What an aroma. Now that looks great right there. Now me myself, I just like mine sort of plain sometimes. Just put some salt and pepper on it. And I wish I forgot to put any pepper on mine a while ago when I was cooking it. So I'll put some pepper on it now when I get ready to eat it. So let's cut into one of them just to make sure. We'll cut into that because she wants. I don't want her to break my neck because I cut into her piece of chicken. Let's see, is that too hot to hold? No, I think I can hold that. Now look at that. That's a beautiful piece of chicken right there, isn't it? It won't be for long because I'm fixing to eat it up. But that's some good looking chicken. Oh, got me wanting a bite so bad. I can't stand it. It's so hot. I know I can't put it in my mouth yet. Now that is some fantastic chicken like that right there now. So if you like fried chicken, or well, the air fried is better than fried to me. But if you like chicken, you're going to have to try it in this Ninja FOODi Deluxe one time, whether it's froze or whether it's unfroze. Now if it hadn't been froze, I would have passed the pressure cook part, of course, but still cooked it about the same amount of time, maybe a little bit longer, because that air pressure part did sort of warm it up on the inside. But either way, it is sure good, you know. Just, and if you don't like these seasonings, you know, put you something else on there, you know. And this barbecue sauce, if you don't like that, use some Sweet Baby Ray's or something like that, you know. But anyway, try it and you'll like it. So next time, y'all have a real good and safe day, and thanks again for watching our videos, and come back and see us as soon as you can. Goodbye now.